Hello everybody, it is I, JX Bermudas, and Happy New Year! Originally, I was gonna upload my 2018 review video, but hopefully that video will go up soon as I have not started editing it yet. Remember, I am a busy kid. So, today I decided I was going to do a soft follow-up to my History of Klonoa video after some unfortunate news came out. So yesterday, around 8 PM, 9 PM, 7 PM, the Klonoa Anime Project Twitter account would announce that the Klonoa movie was no more, or at least with the wording that if it were to continue, it wouldn't be with them. So, on that topic, let's give a brief history of Klonoa from 2009 all the way to now. In 2009, the Klonoa remake came out. This was a remake hoping to spark interest back in the franchise and have a soft reboot for the series. After this, they would have remade Klonoa 2, and then, hopefully the series would have continued on after this, and continued to get new games. But, unfortunately, they would discover that the game didn't sell well at all, barely selling 10,000 copies today. And considering the game came out 10 years ago, yeah, that was a pretty bad sign. After this, the Klonoa series died once more, until 2012, where the Klonoa webcomic came out, written by Jim Sub, and drawn by manga artist Hitoshi Agira. This webcomic would go on for around 2 years as well, until it unfortunately got cancelled once Shifty Look, the things that distributed the webcomic, went under in 2014, after I'm assuming Namco didn't think that Shifty Look was returning its bank. As a result, the Klonoa webcomic ended as well, and it ended on a pretty tragic cliffhanger of Klonoa and Lolo looking horror as Guns Chipple and Nightmare Klonoa, a character made for the webcomic, would all come and attack the Klonoa as the comic came to an end. After this, nothing much happened with the Klonoa series for another 2 years, until October 27th of 2016, where it was announced that the Klonoa series was going to be getting a movie of some sort. After the film was announced though, silence on the project for almost 2 years. Among those 2 years, we would only get light updates at best. When we heard that Hideo Yoshizawa was going to be working on the movie, as well as Hitoshi Agira, who would have been the writer, artist, and character designer, and Ash Paulson of the YouTube channel Game Explained, who had been brought on board as an associate producer. There was no plot ever given for the movie. The only thing that Rob Perdilla said, one of the main people working on the movie, all he said was that it wasn't going to be a rehash of anything. After this though, there was only this one piece of concept art, and we would only get teased like, oh, maybe there'll be information on the movie this year, or maybe we might get lucky and then finally actually have something to show, you never know. But unfortunately, after 2 years of vagueness, never really talking about it, a lot of people assumed that it was like cancelled, especially when the IMDb page had a lot of weird things going on about it. At one point, there was a whole plot synopsis on it that no one really knows where that came from, and then, out of nowhere, the whole IMDb page was just wiped. Like, nothing was on it, not any producers, not any people, nothing. This led a lot of people to get worried about the project until another Twitter account came in called Klonoa Anime Project, which would state that the movie wasn't cancelled yet and was still happening. After this, silence happened again, and now the movie has been cancelled. What the hell happened here? I mean, like, it was stated that when they announced the movie, they had only been working on it for about a year or so, and apparently the whole year may have been even getting the rights to work for the movie. But, like, what happened? It seems like everything went wrong here. It seemed like they counted all their kitchens in a hatch before it officially got announced. And, you know what? We don't even know if it's actually still not happening, because here's another thing. The wording of the tweet says that it's at least not with us. That makes me think that something happened, and while an idea for it might still happen, it's not going to be with the original people that were working on it. And let me be honest, that might as well mean that the movie's cancelled, because you think Namco's really going to be doing that shit again? They haven't done anything Klonoa related in years besides put a cameo of him here and there. And he doesn't really sell well to really warrant that anyway, so it's not even like anyone could blame them. So, all I want to know is, like, what happened? Did they only get one piece of concept art and then think, oh, we can definitely still do this? Yeah, we got this. It's just slightly frustrating to think that one of the only things that the Klonoa series had to continue has now been shafted to the side. I made this video to just kind of go over what happened, a brief history of Klonoa, even though I've already done a more expansive video on that and before. I just wanted to talk this because I know some people would probably come to my comment section, if they knew about Klonoa, would probably come to my comment section and just be like, oh, by the way, did you know the movie's canceled and now your video is kind of outdated? Oh, you were looking forward to it, you little bitch. And I understand it might not have been the greatest thing in the world. After all, it seems like these people were pretty new at it, looking back on it. Honestly, all I want to talk about now is how horribly this thing was handled. They announced it in 2016, and then just vaguely talked about it for 2 years. I'm not kidding when I say they would say, oh, we're gonna get information on it by the end of the year, and then it would be the barest bones of information like, oh hey, it's still happening, we swear. It's not like we haven't talked about it in years and this is a pretty obscure franchise, so as a result, people might want to hear constant updates about it because it's a very... Okay, maybe not constant, because that's kind of insane, especially when the project was very early in its life when it was first announced, but still, something! Another piece of concept art at least, maybe a plot synopsis, something would have been good. For fuck's sake, we don't even know what kind of animation it would have been handled, who would have been doing it, what style it would have been, we don't know anything! We literally only have this one piece of concept art as the most solid piece of thing that this movie was gonna have. We don't know what characters were going to be in it, we don't know the plot, and it's just kind of a shame to think about. I hope one day we can at least see the remains of what happened. Like, how far did this project get? Did it get to the writing stage? I hope it did. Did it even get to the part where they would have associated with people? We don't even know what kind of movie it would have been. We don't know if it would have been a straight-to-DVD OVA, or if it was just going to be a 1-hour thing that they were just going to release on the website or something. We don't know anything about it. I guess they just kind of counted everything before they hatched. I guess they just kind of got excited when Namco gave the permission. Oh yeah, we'll let you guys work on this Klonoa movie. And then they just never again. Maybe they didn't, maybe they overcooked it. Maybe they didn't think about how hard it would have actually been. But some major news outlets reported on the announcement of this movie too. Variety and Anime News Network, a lot of things reported this. So I'm surprised that they didn't think, you know what, maybe we should have been a little more prepared for this. Maybe we should have, I don't know, worked on it a bit. At least at the very most, finally think about who was going to be animating the movie. Because at multiple points, they said that they didn't want to do this quick. They wanted to do this right. But in the end, they didn't do it at all. So, yeah. Am I bummed out about this? Yeah, kind of. Is it unexpected? Not really. Let's be honest, the Klonoa series is a very obscure one. One that, let's be honest, is beloved in the hearts of people who played it, but other than that, a lot of people just don't know about it. And I've already done a whole history of to cover why this is. I'll link it in the description. But, yeah, this is sad to see happen, but it's not the most unexpected thing. Honestly, I think I'm more just frustrated now thinking about it because this was so poorly handled. Like, no updates given in 2 years? Not even another piece of art! That's all I ask! I could have been satisfied with that at least, but nope. Instead we just ended like this. Well, goodbye Klonoa. Maybe one day you'll come back, and who knows, maybe one day this project will be picked up again. They did specify, with us at least, which implies that the idea it might still be there, but it won't happen with them, but let's be honest, who else is gonna pick it up? It's not like it's not like it was gonna be a financial success, honestly. Well, like I said earlier, goodbye, Klonoa. Maybe one day you'll get your time in the sun again, but for now, I'll just have to keep replaying the old games and cry myself to sleep. I'm just kidding. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was just gonna be a light update video on the history of Klonoa video since, well, I thought I would want to cover this because, you know, the end of the history of Klonoa video is so lighthearted. Like, the future of Klonoa looks bright. The movie's coming out, and who knows what'll come out of that. Well, here's an update. The good old me from the past. The future doesn't look bright. The movie was canceled, and who else is gonna pick it up? So, I hope to see you all later. Have a good day, and I hope your new year has been kind to you. Bye. Actually, before I go, I just want to comment on one thing. Can I point out, like, the humor of this Twitter account right here? Okay, tweet 1. We promised the Klonoa movie ain't canceled, guys. 3 months later. Sorry, guys, it got fucking canned. We can't do anything about this anymore. Sorry about that. Oops. We fucked up. I don't know, something about that's just humorous. The fact that there was literally no tweets in between these two. Alrighty, that's my final note. Later.